All right, so something that's kind of made headlines within the past couple of weeks or so that fell under the radar because people haven't really been talking about it too much is the fact that sometime in the future, probably next year or in 2025, we're supposed to be getting The Sims 5, and I'm not exactly sure whether or not it's going to be exclusive to anything, like a PC exclusive, iOS exclusive, or if it's going to be on any game systems or anything like that. But I heard that it's supposed to be like free to download, and it's not going to require a subscription or anything like that. And the thing about the Sim series is that for the most part, it hasn't really been relevant since like the late 2000s, early teens. And the thing is, like, The Sims has been around since like the year 2000. So at this point, it's been over 2 decades, and a lot of people will go on record and tell you that The Sims 3 from 2009 was probably the best entry in the entire series. It's better than The Sims 4 from, I think, 2014, I believe. It's better than The Sims 4. In fact, The Sims 4 felt like a downgrade from The Sims 3, and I believe like years after The Sims 3 came out, people still played it because it was that good. Being able to see like, real life like Sims and other people live around you, the stories, the scenarios you ended up in, how everything affected everything around you. I mean, like The Sims 3 was like a really good social simulation experience. And I think it was something that really appealed to casuals during that time period. And a lot of people will tell you that that was probably the peak period, like the late 2000s, early teens, like the peak period for the Sims series. And because I feel like after The Sims 3, like the series hasn't really been like as popular. And yeah, we've gotten like, spin off games within the Sims series and all that stuff. But for the most part, like the social simulation genre is not as popular now as it was in the 2000s, which really makes you wonder how The Sims 5 is going to do because no one's really expecting it to be better than The Sims 3, but people are probably expecting it to be better than 4. You know what I mean? So, like I believe EA had mentioned something about like The Sims 5 being known as like Project Renee, and I'm not exactly sure why they went with that particular name or that code name or what have you, but we still haven't like learned too many details about The Sims 5. How is this going to be different from the other the other entries within the series, and what can we expect from The Sims 5? Because I feel like they would have to really do something to get people like emotionally invested in this game. And the thing is, some people look at it like, the possibility of it being free to play kind of like diminishes like whatever type of like hype or whatever type of high expectations they had, because a lot of people know that the Sims series hasn't really been that popular in a very long time, and there are still hardcore fans of the Sims series who will play like Sims 3 or even Sims 4 like to this day. But like I feel like after the Sims 4 2014, like the series started to go downhill. In fact, a lot of things started to go downhill after like 2014. It's just like a trend in American society, and like for the most part, like I don't expect like The Sims 5 to be something that's going to put the series back on the map or anything, but if it were to come out sometime in 2024, I think it'd be probably one of the biggest video game releases of the year, because right now there's not really anything really that big that's supposed to be coming out in 2024, at least not that I know of. But I believe like the second half of 2024 is supposed to be like the earliest that the game is expected to be released. The latest the game is expected to be released is like sometime in 2025. So yeah, I think The Sims 5 is something that a lot of people didn't think was going to happen, but but it's finally going to happen at some point. And obviously it's going to be a big deal, and I feel like it's definitely going to be one of those things that end up, trending on social media, like, Twitter, X, and all that stuff. But I'm not going to hold my breath and expect this game to be any better than like The Sims 3 from '09.